Hi, this is Hira Farhan, and my topic is chronic obstructive lung disease. Chronic obstructive lung disease refers to an irreversible obstruction of airways, and it is characterized by two diseases. Remember this has been asked in the exam. Emphysema and chronic bronchitis. Chronic bronchitis is clinically defined as persistent cough with sputum production for at least 3 months for 2 consecutive years, while emphysema is the dilatation of alveolar sac. Emphysema. The main causative agents for emphysema are either smoking or alpha antitrypsin deficiency. Along with this, there are other pollutants such as dust, silica, and asbestosis, which trigger the inflammatory reaction in the lungs. So it attracts neutrophils, macrophages, and cytokines. Neutrophils and macrophages release proteases, which break down integral proteins such as elastase and collagen, which provide elasticity to the lung. So there is loss of elastic recoil, along with destruction of alveolar wall and capillary bed. And the lung collapses during expiration. In smokers, this is seen in the central region. In the central SNR, the pattern is seen. So what is an acinus? Acinus is the area beyond the terminal bronchiole. So in smokers, this is seen in the proximal or the central part in the upper zones. Remember, smoke rises up, so it's seen in the upper zones. This has been asked in the exams. While in alpha antitrypsin deficiency, which is a protein, alpha antitrypsin inhibits proteases. So its deficiency due to mutation of misfolded gene results in pan-acinar pattern, which involves the distal entire alveoli in the lower region. In chronic bronchitis, the main causative agent is smoking. Over the years, there's hyperplasia and hypertrophy of bronchial mucus glands along with globulate cells, which secrete mucus. So there's increased mucus production, and there's mucociliary dyskinesia. Mucociliary dyskinesia means cilia are very short and they're unable to get rid of the mucus. So in order to cater that, a person coughs and they have chronic cough for years. Reed index basically shows the thickness of mucus gland to bronchial wall, and since the mucus glands are increased in chronic bronchitis, the index increases more than 50%. The symptoms of chronic bronchitis is productive cough. Since there is mucus plugging, there is CO2 retention, which causes decreased partial pressure of oxygen and decreased gases exchange to the blood of oxygen, leading to cyanosis. The patient will be normal weight or obese. Because of bronchial constriction, there will be wheezing and crackles. There will be mild dyspnea seen later on because of the bronchial constriction again. And there will be late complications. Beyond the mucus plugging, there will be risk of inflammation and infection. And because of vasoconstriction and decreased CO2, there will be right-sided heart failure leading to cor pulmonale. While in emphysema, because of diminished gases exchange, you can see dyspnea. The patient will be using his accessory muscles. He will be tachypnic, and he will be exhaling slowly with pursed lips to facilitate breathing, basically, and it prevents the alveoli from collapsing. There won't be any cyanosis, and there will be cough, but because of inflammation, but it will be in a very small amount compared to chronic bronchitis. Because of work of breathing, there will be weight loss. And since there's air trapping taking place, there will be hyperinflation, barrel-shaped chest. And on the X-ray, you can see hyperinflated lungs with flat diaphragm, tubular heart, and increased lucency. And late complications include hypoxemia and cor pulmonale. Okay, so in pulmonary function test, you ask the patient, you give them an aspirometer, and you ask them to inhale maximally and then forcefully exhale out. This is the forceful exhalation is known as forced vital capacity, the volume of air which has exhaled during the period. And the forced vital capacity in COPD decreases, and it greatly decreases during the first second of expiration. So the ratio of FVV to FVC decreases in COPD. Remember this has been asked in the exam. So you can see that the inspiration is normal, but the expiration has been exponentially decreased from the normal person in the patient of COPD. How do you prevent the disease? The main step is to quit smoking. This has been asked in the exam. Remember this. and along with this, you have to administer influenza and pneumococcal vaccine.